Tabniners. Oh, too far. Hello, Tabniners. Welcome, and let's take a look at a simple example of best practices.
I think the pressing question here is what's with the Marmite intro? One of the most fascinating data points is how some users really use Tabnine in a deep, deep way. These users have more than 30% of their code generated by Tabnine. On the other end of the spectrum, there are users that really don't find much value in our product. But why these two groups? Controlling the data for language and total usage uncovers some interesting observations. While a majority of our customers see 10 to 20% of their code generated by Tabnine, the ends of the distribution have quite the Marmite characteristics. Lurking into this a bit deeper, we have found that there is a defining characteristic that makes Tabnine really shine. In this video, we will discuss what we have found and how this has helped us craft a simple set of best practices that will both help use Tabnine better, as well as have a few knock-on benefits for any individual developer and the companies that they work for. So let's dive in. While the nuances of training large language models isn't really a fit here, a basic understanding of how these models learn is really helpful. The model will only really be able to suggest completions that it has observed in the training data. We call Tabnine an AI pair programming tool for a very good reason. Imagine two developers working together side by side. In this relationship, communication is key to good results. Your AI pair programming buddy isn't a mind reader, and neither is Tabnine. To get the most out of pair programming effort, as well as Tabnine, we need to prompt the effort with comments and well thought through variable and function names. In this short example, I'll show how to work with some IAM permissions. I begin with posting up a description of what I'd like to accomplish and some libraries that are called for by GCP. When I return a new line, you'll notice gray text that pops up. This is Tabnine's suggestion from the context that I put into the comments. I hit Tab to accept the suggestion and paste in the next comment describing the code that I'd like to generate. Calling the function something unique pulls it into the generated code. Asking to create a client pulls in the model's understanding of this well-documented open source code along with the context of the libraries and function names defined earlier. Defining parameters in the comments tells Tabnine what to bring in. Make these specific. Actionable comments are contextual for the previous constructions and the training data for the model. Here the previous request variable is used in getting the IAM response. Finally, we see some of the model's understanding where it generates the comment and the code. Since responses typically need attention, this is the next logical step and the model generates it for us. Now, let's run through the same process, but leave out the comments and see how the model works. The code should be pretty much exactly the same. However, you'll see that the quantity suggested is shorter as the algorithm needs to figure out what you want to do through the context of the code written in real time. I've sped this up quite a bit, but you will see Tabnine learning in real time as I type the same code we had previously. Some of the same unique names bring up the same suggestions, as this is a well-trusted open source example. So the generated code is the same, though in the first iteration I wrote very little code, mostly just thoughtful comments, and this is the key for our best customers, our Marmite lovers, so to speak. They have learned to work with the algorithm in a very conversational way. Since the good open source code we train on is well documented and Tabnine is at its heart a LLM, code comments are very important to getting the maximum value from Tabnine. Thanks for watching, and always feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Take care.